okay. I've played it as Ben Askren a lot, and I know a lot more now about Ben Askren. I thought I'd use him because of Jake Paul and Ben Askren. It's going to be probably Ben Askren getting punched, and then Ben Askren getting a lucky shot, and Jake Paul going down like a sack of beans. But we'll load this in. I'll turn the music off. And just need music. There we go. I'm so confused. I could turn it off one other time now. Just because I'm in a broadcast. Come on. Why didn't it let me go over to it? Why is it? Oh, come on. I could find to be able to get lower than that. Come on, just pretend you don't hear it. Shut up. Internet calling. Oh, go away. Okay, and I don't care about the music. So what? Yeah, I don't mind the picture on the right of Jake Paul. I'm not going to do that tutorial. That's the worst idea ever, making Jake Paul. He's pretty useless anyway. Yeah. I'm just showing you so that you know I'm not just going for a bit of easy. I'm going pro. I'm going legendary because then I'll just look bad. He's welterweight and doesn't know. Jake Paul. This is about Ben Askren, Jake Paul. But if you care, Jake Paul's like light heavyweight, which is really strange because obviously Ben Askren's going to have to get heavier. But boxing it's different. I don't know why. It's this going on. Great guy. Had an accident. For any of you that don't know who he is, he had an accident, and that's the reason that he's not in the UFC anymore. I don't know his age. I don't know if he's probably retiring age anyway. I really don't know much. I just remember hearing about the accident. Just skip the music. There we go. Smooth. If you're going to play as Ben Askren, number one thing not to do is keep all of it on the ground. I'm going to turn these people off. Crowd. What sort of music is that? Okay. There's no way I'm going to win here. That's so weird. Okay, just going to listen to the crowd. Okay, of course I'm going to get beat up now. So, this is what you want. If you're in a multiplayer game, this is exactly what you want. You just keep them there. Denies and all, that's something you learn. Like, you need to watch videos and that. You know, you just hit R2 and you can see it. Not only by those arrows, but you eventually learn like what way they go. For some reason, I'm doing it. Elbows are, you just hold L1, PS4. Haven't been able to deny one of these yet. I don't know what's going on. I'll just go up to show you Ben Askren up top, because I've actually knocked out Leon Edwards online with Ben Askren up top, which was a bit weird, but the best position you want Ben Askren to be is on the ground. It is definitely in the crucifix, And when you move out the crucifix, you're sort of on top of him sideways, and that's also great because Ben Askren's like amazing at like just pummeling with the elbows. He's amazing at that, and that usually gets him really well. Ben Askren's hands-wise for kicks when I need to. Finally I got a denial, and then this will happen if I do it right. And this is where I work best. I work best here. And don't always just look at your stamina. Don't just waste it till it goes down to the very bottom. So this is where I'm made for. This is where I'll just take anyone. You 90% of the time you won't get out of my transitions when we're here. And I always wait here. Stop the game. I just do the body and the top because it might not make a difference, you think, but it does, and it gets you those points. You need to forget, just think, you don't always have to go for the knockout or the submission as much as you'd like to put it in your stats, but I'd rather have more wins, and 90% of the time people are going to rage quit anyway. You call it. Nah, not today, boy. Yeah, most of the time people are just going to rage quit, so it's very hard in this game to be like that, because yeah, 90% of people are just going to rage quit. It happens so often, it's unbelievable. If you put the person on the ground like 5 times, they just rage quit for no reason. It's just they want to see themselves win. They don't want to, you know, they aren't there to fight. They're just there to win or lose, you know. If you sort of get what I mean there. But I just like picking the bad fighters and all the you know, fighters that, you know what, like, if they don't good enough, you know, they might do something. But I'd like telling people like Matt Hughes, because a lot of people are not a clue who he is. Like, note what they do. It's so hard in pro because there's no pattern, you know. In the easier levels there is a pattern. So I did not mean to do that. I don't know how that. I'm just going to try a rear naked choke 90%. Oh, never mind. 90% of the time I can't get that. I don't know why I'm sticking with a 90%. I'm saying 90% for everything. It's pretty accurate, like. Now this is where I get good. Half guard. Full guard. Elbows. Just keep on doing that stuff, because so many people just sit there and you aren't going to get any points. That's why they do it in real life. You aren't going to get any points for just putting them there. And it makes them feel more comfortable. You've got to make them want to panic. You've got to make them want to go, okay, I can't stay here. I can't just sit around waiting, because he's not going to, you know, because he's going to punch me. He's going to elbow me. The amount of times that I've done that in pro, just like this here, and I've got knocked out. I've genuinely just got knocked out from just sitting there. You know, and I noticed that, and I was like, okay, I've got to stay active. I've got to try to get those reversals just like he's doing to me right now. And I watch his hands, see how his hands move there. That's stuff I'm trying to learn. I haven't learned that yet. But one thing you don't want to do is panic. If you're being the dominant one, if you're trying to be the dominant, don't panic. I knew that he was going left to right there, but whenever he moved left there, it's very hard. See, when you're in this position, don't panic. You know, if I just panicked there, it would have been a bad issue. Yeah, I don't panic. Panicking is the #1 thing, especially in like stuff like submissions. People panic at night a lot. I see how I was about to say 90% of the time, I swear. You just don't want to worry. Don't worry, no stress. So what, they hit you, do a bit of damage, there's no panic. just don't want those submissions. You don't want them to get that submission. I'm awful at submissions. I'm absolutely awful with them. But I'm good at making people think I'm good at it, because you're on the ground, they're like, okay, he is going to be good at the ground. And then they panic and they're like, okay, so we can't stay in here because maybe I'll try a submission. Some of them do just go like, okay, I'll put in the submission now that I've got a reversal. And then you end up getting knocked out. It just depends if you're good at submissions or not. It changes the gameplay totally. Catch those legs. Definitely try it pro, because pro's more related to multiplayer. It's not as much as a pattern going on. But submissions are a lot harder to get out of. But it's practice. 100% more practice. That's what it is. I never go multiplayer anymore. I'm too busy in this, and I don't like to panic myself. But last time I was on it, I was playing as Ben Askren, and I'm just trying to get this crucifix to show you what it's like wrong. This is crucifix, for anyone that doesn't know. And this is where you move to after. And then this is usually what I do after. I do the back mount, and I don't usually get up. I was trying to do a back flat there, but it changed before I could do it. Do the stomach punch as well, because they're nearly just as bad as the kick. And I'm not joking for some. Oh, that can always happen. You maybe got the extra point there because of that. Yeah, you were hit. But it's not a panic. He's definitely hurt. But if you're wanting to do this properly, if you're wanting to be a wrestler, and just in general, don't pick the best people. I highly recommend, okay, why did my kick not even hit there? Okay, don't pick the best people. Because you pick the best people, they're going to pick the best people. Sometimes they pick it anyway. But if you want to really like practice and be really good, you need to pick the bad people. Because not only is that making it harder for yourself, it can always change their choice of person. They're like, okay, they're only picking this person, I can pick this guy. I'm not that good with this guy, but he's only picking someone easy. Because I've seen someone, I think it's Oliveira, not the lightweight one, it's a more heavier one. Can't remember his first name, but he knocked me out. There was no doubt about it. That was me just helping him, but like, that wasn't an actual fight. But he was a lot better than I'd seen him with the best people. Justin Gaethje, same fight with him, he was 10 times worse. You know, you've got to find your person. You know, Ben Askren's my person, but the thing with things, I've only had a couple of fights with him. One, most of them. I think I had one fight before multiplayer and I lost, and I had that last fight that I've ever done in multiplayer, and I beat Leon Edwards, which is a big thing, especially for how OP Leon Edwards can be. Just don't panic here, don't panic. Okay, he's wasting his stamina. Yeah, just watch your stamina all the time. That is the #1 goal of Ben Askren, and as any wrestler. You know, this is a tutorial for Ben Askren, but 90% of it develops into 90% of it, I swear. All I'm saying is 90%. Oh, you know, there's no panic there. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna try to get up now because I'm not in a great position. He's getting me. This is the position I'm worst at. This is where I've got knocked out the most at. See, it's pro, it's so hard because it's not like a mind thing where you just have to test them out. Yeah, there's no. Just try to make. I'm actually going to probably get knocked out here. See how much harder they are? but it's because the thing just stays big. I don't know, I don't know why it's not going right. Yeah, that's the thing with Crew Legendary, is the submissions are a bit overpowered. You know, I was out of that, but it wasn't getting any smaller. And every time I moved a wee bit, it just got really big. It's just meant to be harder for you, but it doesn't make sense. If we look back at the statistics, I was winning, but it was very tight. Stand wobbles. He was winning that third round so well. I was just stuck there because he was just stopping everyone. And that's what you just need to do. You just need to find your one place and just stop it. You know, just stop the fight there, because you know you need to find that one place that you're good at and keep it there. Because if you bet him out, he knows that you want him in that place again, and it'll be so much more harder. The second round was pretty good on my side, pretty even. First round was mine, third round was his, you know. Very tight. He won by submission in the end. Don't stress over losing. It's not a big deal. Just chill. I like watching the replays. You know, seeing where I went wrong. Even though I can't see very much, you know, I just need to watch out. Okay, I'm gonna take that. And yeah, anyway, not to panic there as much. Like, go change fighters. Matt Hughes. He's a good opponent. I played as Matt Hughes, I think. You can try him out if you want, but please don't mind the copyright music. I don't think it's copyright. That's probably is copyright. I don't care. I don't care. Then again, they're 4-star wrestler versus 4-star wrestler. Kaz match. This guy. This is just going to turn into a Q&A. People may not understand me. People have seen him like, oh my days, he's amazing, he's the scariest dude, oh my days, he's going to come over and take over this whole division, because he's done two different weights and he's won. He hasn't fought anyone good yet. he hasn't fought anyone like Paul Felder, you know, Tyrone Woodley, Kelvin Gastelum. I'm just naming people I see. I don't even Tyrone Woodley, I don't even know what he's doing anymore. I haven't seen him in forever. George Masvidal, George Jorge Masvidal. You know, lawyer, I say somewhere else at the moment. Bellator maybe. Gilbert Burns. I highly doubt that Kazmat could lift Gilbert Burns and get away with it. Definitely going to get a punch while he's doing that. And he'll not do that. He'll not beat Usman, that's for sure. Let's look at some of the other fighters. Nick Diaz isn't that good. You know, some people find fighters that are rated and they're good. Nick Diaz just isn't good. Nick Diaz overpowered. Please choose him. He is a great fighter. Definitely one that you want. He's very good at knocking the person and punching. You know, when you do the jab and then knock back a bit, he's really good at that. He's good at continuously like punching for a while and not to worry about the stamina. Tony Ferguson works well for certain people, and when he does work well, he works very well. Raphael, if you're good with jiu-jitsu, do that. Leon Edwards, great kickboxer. Paul Felder, I'm amazing with. Paul Felder. Haven't lost an online match with him. Don't know why. It's just some of the kicks that you get with him. Some people are good with Neil Magny. Again, another underrated fighter. He's a great jiu-jitsu again. He came in later on the game. I'm pretty sure no more later times. I played as him. He wasn't that good. That's just my personal opinion. Conor McGregor this weight, pretty useless to be quite honest. If you go down to the featherweight or you know, he's his new guy. He's probably better down there. No, I can just say this guy is the best person I've ever been with. Ever. I've never lost the same as Paul Felder, but I'm even better with Mike Perry. His kicks are great. His kicks are amazing. The sort of kicks you want. There's one that many of you will know from Raging to Max Holloway. you know, his kick away, his side kick. Well, you know, the sort of, I can't talk about moves anymore. I'm just going to say his push away kick. Mike Perry has that, and then he has a wee, you know, he'll tilt his body aside and do that high, but that's really quick, so you can push them away and then you can do that high kick so quickly. It's great. Definitely great. Darren Till not used, Stephen Thompson not used, but it's pretty good. Darren Till's not that good, he just seems a bit stiff in the game. I don't know why that is. James Beck never used, and Dana White, this looks so stupid. I get it was a joke to add to the game, but a bit weird. Anthony Batiste, haven't used him. I think he's pretty easily knocked out from what I've seen. Gunnar Nelson, never used him either. You know, this is just every 5-minute break to enjoy. This is not my music for anyone that's wondering. Please just understand that is the game, so I don't get copyrighted. I don't think I will. I shouldn't. I hope not. Who cares? These are my guys. This is the Jake Paul I made for gigs, so if people want me out online I wouldn't feel as bad. He looks more like a garden gnome than Jake Paul, to be quite honest. CJ Walker is my guy who's became champion online. Gary Kagan, I have an online with me. Gary Kagan, he's come up. John Bouvel, he's a kickboxer and he's a sniper. Weird build on him. John Anderson, never really used him. No, he is not in any other weights, as far as I'm aware. No, definitely not in any other weights, so he isn't. It's kind of weird. Middleweights, there's some people middleweight I really want to point out to people that do not understand that they can use them really well. Just don't go and choose Wanderlei Silva. He's just an idiot anyway. Now this guy, you will know that him from fighting Israel Adesanya and Hardy. If you don't, search him up. I can't even remember his podcast, or it's not his podcast, it's videos. He pretty much does in-depth to fights, and if you do the in-depth on Martin Vettori and Jack Hermanson, you will see how you should use these guys, and when you use them like they are used in real life, this is where it goes, this is where it makes it great. And Vettori will be more stand-up than... Yeah, it's just the other way around. You know, these guys are both good on the ground. Just because, you know, you just need to understand, just because it says kickboxer down there, it's maybe Vettori that uses it slightly much. I know there was one person that used it more than the other, but they were both sort of the same. Maybe Jack Hermanson's that person. Thought it was Jack Hermanson that put it down more. My mistake. More down this way. I'm just telling you people because of knowledge that some people never go through. Chael Sonnen, punches are quite good, I can say that. His punches are very good, but easily knocked out, and it's not realistic at all because Chael Sonnen, if any of you know, he is not easily knocked out. He's a tough guy and he's very good on the ground. I actually went up to Dan Harrison against him. He was pretty good. Another OP person is, I can't even pronounce his name, Souza. I'll just put Souza. Great fighter. Robert Whittaker I'm very good with. He's very good stand-up, very good kicks, groundwork, iffy. Paulo Costa, range is very bad. I'm just going to quickly go over Kazmat. I don't really like Kazmat anymore because I've learned that he hasn't really fought anyone too cool, and he seems to be want to be Khabib. Yeah, I don't think it'll work well for him. I think he'll start losing. That's my prediction. He'll lose further in his career. He won't become champion, that's for sure. That's what my bet is on. But power takedowns is the number one thing. Ground and pound, stand-ups, good as well. Fists are very good. Keep it in the clinch. I don't recommend ground. If you want submissions, no, I do not recommend them. I think ground and pound from safe distances. Don't, you know, if you're up against Chael Sonnen or people like Gastelum, keep it clinch. Do not put him on the ground, because it says he's a wrestler, but he ain't that sort of wrestler. He's more of a pummel you, throw you up, slam you down, hit you, up again, douche, up, down again, because he hasn't been really, you know, you look at any of the fights, he's been throwing people down, they've been trying to get back up. There hasn't been any, let's do better both wrestling, you know, this is, I think that'll be a very big challenge for him, you know, someone's used to, he's not called lift him, he's not going to lift Kelvin. he can lift, I can't remember his name, he can lift a lot of the younger fighters, but he ain't going to lift these boys, not a chance. Uriah Hall, I think he's a bit low rated for what he's done. He's beat Silva. I know Silva's over now, but Jeff Cannonier, I've seen him in real life, he's a good fighter, but I haven't really used him on this. I really hope this music doesn't mean anything bad. Yo Romero, I know nothing about this fighter unless, you know, I really don't. I know that his punches are heavy, his stances, you know, he's got a hunchback, it's very hard to use him, but he's good in the ground as well, but if you're going to go up as the analyst said, I recommend you don't. Anderson Silva, great head movement, you know that yourselves, unless you don't actually watch UFC's very good head movement. I don't know if he's easily knocked out in this. That was due to his age. He used to be a very good fighter. Let's go all lower weights now. Frickin' Josh Emmett's the best. He is the champion. You know the way I got knocked out there by submission? Josh Emmett, every time I fought, I got knocked out by submission, but that was because I was going up against, you know, I was going, who was I going up against with? He's in 2 weights, so he's maybe in lightweight as well. Yeah, there he is. I skipped lightweight. Yeah, I put him up against Daniel Darush. I got submitted. Charles Oliveira got submitted. Tony Ferguson got submitted. But he is the whole time I was winning. He is a great guy. He's a great fighter, and so many people ignore him because his height. His height does not matter if you're a good enough fighter. You can get in there, get those body shots, because nobody ever does. He's a great fighter. He's tough one. Ground and pound's great. Ground and pound's amazing. Dan Hooker, weak. I think it's underrated just because of his Chandler fight. He's went down a bit. He ain't that tough, you know. But his knees is what he uses a lot in real life. I cannot be realistic. Max Holloway, OP, very OP. Also known as the Rage Man. Most people rage to this man when they're fighting up against him. Usually because he is so OP that he could knock this man out in seconds without doubt. No, do not like him in this game. I like him in real life. No, not in this game. I don't like him. Dustin Poirier, hands are fantastic, absolutely amazing. Kicks are good as well. Groundwork also good. Tony Ferguson already explained him, I think, a wee bit. Yeah, he's good with certain people. I'm not really. Charles Oliveira, good enough hands and great groundwork. That's what I would say for him. Khabib, you would know yourselves, great ground pound, etc. Good in the hands, Gilbert Burns, good little kicks. Groundwork's a really place you don't want to be. Don Cerrone, not much about him really. Yeah. Jeremy Stevens, haven't played with him. Now this is the guy that one guy was very good with, so maybe try him out, because some people aren't really good with him. He's a tough Brit. Kevin Lee, never used him. Now great. Masvidal, you know yourself, with his punches. Michael Johnson never used. Clay Gaudium, an amazing guy that you really, if you're a starting wrestler, I recommend you use, because it teaches you how to learn low range punches. You know, not that big of a range, but he's really tough, so he's good to practice with. His kicks are good. Ground and pound's great as well. Ground and pound's actually amazing. Let's just look at the stats here. They're good perks there, great perks. Now, don't all reach for the punch power, because it says 86, and I swear that this guy's punch power is 100. Now, but you do look at the ground striking. It says 90. His is the same as Justin Gaethje. Exact same as Justin Gaethje. I looked that up, because I had a fight with Justin Gaethje and we were tiring on our punches. Our punches were doing the exact same damage. I was watching it, and I was from the bottom and he was in the top, and I was doing the exact same damage. Like, he is very, very good, and some people know about him, some people don't, but it's about time he did, because he is fully featherweight. This is so I never really used the zombie here, Korean zombie. He's very good. He's very good. Well, he's not very good. He's useful for his kickboxing. Quite good. Calvin Guitar, underrated fighter. Should be tougher in the game. A warrior, really. You know, he's a warrior, but he's very underrated. It's kind of sad how underrated, because he's a very good person in real life. Very good fighter. Probably punches could do more damage as well. His range is just great. Edison Barboza, his range is just great, and he's got good punches. Used for more novice fighters, you know, don't want it to be close. Conor McGregor, Conor McGregor is very good. This is only being available at a certain time. I don't know if it's still able to. I think it's over now. But if you do haven't used him more than what you use as Conor McGregor, because if you know anything from watching his near fights, he's a lot stiffer. Range is just that little bit less, and his punches just don't go as far. Max Holloway, already been over him. He's a higher rating here. Avoid him at all costs. If someone picks him, plainly just leave the session, or don't let them select him, because he is OP. There's nothing you can do about it. Like, he is OP. It wouldn't matter if the noob's using him, you know. It's just one of those things. His punch can knock you out any time. You know, for these other guys, if you're not gonna let Chael Sonnen be like that, you know, Chael Sonnen, he's a legend now. So I think they should put them back to their peak if they're a legend. Because, you know, like, Chael Sonnen is worth 10 times more of what they're using him. You know, it's just a pity, really. You know, the legend fighters aren't legend in this game. Max Holloway is. I'm just sad to see Max Holloway this good in this game whenever there's so many other better fighters. You all know, if you're a true fan, I was actually watching it live whenever Peter Yan done the knee to Aljamain Sterling. He pretty much took the belt off him because he got disqualified, but he was faking it for the most part and was showing it off a lot, so he's an idiot. But great groundwork, great hands. That I used him for a very long time, very long time. Great fighter. I stopped using him after that fight because I don't like who he is in real life, so I wouldn't like him in the game. Peter Yan, I haven't used him. I'd say he's very good. I'd say he's great in the ground at doing jiu-jitsu and stuff. That's where I'd say he's at. Cody Garbrandt, great in the hands, great aggressive fighter. If you want to go aggressive, go him. Because whenever I originally started playing UFC 4, I had only played the demos of UFC 3 and all. I had UFC 3, but I was only playing the demos of UFC 2 and all. And I was very aggressive because I was very nervous a lot of the time, and I hadn't really used wrestlers or anything. And you know, this is where I think you should start using wrestlers, even if you're a boxer, because it calms you up. You'll go in aggressive and it teaches you a lot about stamina and stuff like that. He's very aggressive. He's great for aggressive. Great for aggressive. I'll leave that to you. because I don't really go over Bruce Lee because I don't know really. His moves are there's so many moves, but too many moves. I don't really understand it. Frankie Edgar never used him. Probably low range, great wrestler in this one. Never used him. Probably a good kickboxer. Ray Borg never used him. Dominic Cruz. Iffy. He's went down since lately. He's been fighting in the prelims lately. Not been doing too good, my friend. He won that last fight anyway. Rafael, I haven't used him in this either. I know that he's pretty good in real life. Corey Sandhagen, he's a good kickboxer. Don't know too much about him, but I do know he's quite good. That's from what I hear. Usually all time one of the best bantamweights, if not the best. Very, very, very good fighter. Great in the hands. Probably underrated in this game. Real life, you would not want to confront this dude. And you know, people just see Conor McGregor and are like, oh, he's not tough. He is a tough Brit. He's one of the best of all time, whether you like it or not. Just because Conor McGregor knocked him out doesn't mean he's any less of what he is. Marlon Moraes, I used him. He's kind of strange. I don't know, he's got a weird body type. He's kickboxer. He's good. He's good. I would develop on him. Just have a wee look at him. I used Pedro. He seemed very weak. That's all I could take from him. His boxing was alright. His boxing was average. His kicks were average. TJ Dillashaw, also known as Steroid Man. He's alright. His sort of position in his shoulders and all is a bit strange for this game. That makes him a lot weaker than what he is in real life. He's good with the kicks. I admit that. His hands are very good. Henry Peugeot, or whatever you call his name, Peugeot, I'll just call him Peugeot Man. Olympian, great wrestler. Cocky, but has every right to be. Great wrestler. All around great wrestler. As far as stand-up goes, I think he's a heavy hitter. Don't know too much. Flyweight, Figueroa, amazing fighter. Haven't used him too much, but I know that he is. We've already went up against Peugeot, Johnson. Haven't used him. This is a weight I do not use. Already told you about Steroid Man. Moreno, great wrestler. Longer reach than a good few of the people in this division. Tim Elliott. I think Tim Elliott's alright from what I see. Why does he look like a 5-year-old man? A 5-year-old that's been given a man's beard and a man hair. It's a strange face, my friend. No offense to him, he could definitely knock me out in one punch. Louis Smoke. Okay. I haven't used any of these guys. This is what I'm not familiar with. I'm not going to speak too much about this. I'm just going to speak about that last fight. Megan Anderson, Amanda Nunes. Whoa. Amanda Nunes will never be beaten. Don't think so. Unless some hybrid has been developed from a science lab, I don't think she'll ever be beaten. Megan Anderson panicked big time. Didn't even put her hands. No. Didn't even do that. Some players are very bad for that, you know, not putting their hands up when they need to, and that's a thing with. It's one of those things, and it was pity because she's a nice person, you know, she's a nice person. Amanda Nunes, amazing person as well, you know. It's pity. Joanne Calderwood, her last fight was with Jessica I. Again, definitely. It's going to be given a title shot soon, but it's not ready for Mrs. Valentina. Valentina is one that went up against Amanda Nunes and put up a fight, so I highly doubt Calder guy. No good anymore. Joanne, I can't agree with you. A very good fighter, you know yourself. I do not know anything about these boots. Calderwood again. I'm just trying to see the people that I know from fighting using them. Fug Rose, great fighter overall, great fighter overall style. I'm going to say you can use her, try her. Willie Sang is an alright fighter if you use her well. I've seen people mess up with her. No, I'm trying to find her. Okay. Boy Home, great fighter, kicks amazing. That's all I'm going to say. Not very many people use Ronda Rousey anymore. Cyborg Beast, definitely Beast. Yeah, she's a scary girl. Woman, sorry. if you want to do a realistic fight of a rival, do Ronda Rousey and Miesha Tate. They do not like each other. Miesha Tate's just like a friendly enemy. She's kind of weird. And Ronda Rousey's just Ronda Rousey. She's just grumpy looking. That's okay. I just managed to do. Okay, so much for Ben Askren. We just done a whole chat and everyone. That's okay. That's what we're made for. That's what we're made for. Let me see. Let's go somewhere to. We might as well do them all. That's Tio Ortiz, which was one of the best wrestlers on this time. He's a rising star. Alexander Rakic won his last fight. Dominic Rice, great fighter. You know what, I'm going to stop going over these because I'll end up wasting my time. Okay, so we'll go back to Ben Askren. And we'll go up against the boxer, this time Robbie Lawler. Ben Askren. Okay. Okay. So he's a lot faster, that's an immediate thing. But the punches are about the same strength. We're just going to try to keep this standing just to show you how you can use them. I always do that body shot and then that hook or a jab. See how that kick was so powerful, he done the wee sway back. Now, the toughest people in the world have found it very hard to knock this guy out. His toughness is insane. But he will get knocked in this game, but he just won't get knocked out. It's something you need to watch out for, because people will panic at him. And let people do those uppercuts. Let people think. I did not mean to do that there. Look how spread my damage is right now. He may have it all up on top, but he ain't getting anywhere. I'm still not panicking, and I still don't believe I'm losing this fight. Simple as. It's just about timing. It's bad timing in pro. You always just do bad timing. You want, as soon as you See, that was just bad timing. See? Just remember this. Don't panic when you get knocked, okay? Now, he has to panic because his fighter isn't used for this. You can see my head is not as tough. You can see that for sure. See, that's just bad timing. But that's what it's like in things like Legendary and Pro, it's just bad timing. Because they like rig onto your buttons and then like, you know, that's what it's all about, showing a reaction at the right time. But second round we'll do a lot more groundwork, and I do believe that I'll get to the second round. See, bad timing. Every time I go for a kick, he does that punch. Let him move me. Which way will he put his hand? Now he's going to try to push me here because his stamina is worrying. Just like that. And that is very rarely stopped because of just how weird it is. I just went the wrong way that time. So, as much as my head might be less, doesn't mean I'm losing the fight. Because you seen there that ground and pound, I'm winning. Because, you know, look at our heads now, nearly the same. Doesn't matter. Now you're going to get the odd fighter that can do great head movement. Don't worry about it. Just go in and out. So many fighters just do this and stay close and then get punched. Do the range, dupe them, make them want to throw that punch. And we'll try getting him on the ground again. And he'll block it because he's a bit more confident. Called it. Again, still not worrying about the head. You panic, you lose. My legs, it's a nuisance, but it's not doing anything, you know. Don't just defend it if it's not worrying. I'm still not losing. If I lose this, it'll be pretty disappointing, but I'm going to anyway. The minute I put it on the ground, I just need to get close enough to do it. See, he's really confident at the minute, so see, my hand thing isn't working anymore. I don't know why. Sometimes it does that, sometimes it doesn't. My controller's so messed up. All the directions and toggles. See, I try to grab there, but it's just doing that jab. There we go. See, and this is where I make it up. What's that? That was 3 punches and then he's got that. 3 punches and then he's there. Back here again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Three, 2, 1. I don't. See, that's just bad time whenever. See, that's bad time again. The minute I let it down, that's because it's in reaction. So whenever I press a button, it has to react. I'll win if it stays like this. See, he has to get up because he can't. So this is what you have to do whenever it's an up top fight. You just need to use your ground well. You know, you don't have to go on the ground all the time. If it's going to stay a boxing fight, let it stay a boxing fight. But understand whenever it goes to the ground. You know, whenever it goes to the ground, you're going to be winning. This is why it's important that you are good at the ground, because if this was a fight and I was bad at the ground, that would be an issue. And if you've seen there, like just before, he got up and I seen the arrow, but I didn't panic because I knew that I could use the top well just as well as I could have used the bottom. You know, I wasn't panicking. I'd switch up the punches so he doesn't move his head. Well, look at the fight stats. I'd say he's probably dodged more. Okay. No. You know, and say they are a big mistake people won't make. If this is the start of the match and they've just got knocked by that, do not go for the head. I went for the head because I knew that we were both completely knocked down and that there wasn't going to be much left of them anyway. But in a normal fight you don't want to do that, so I was winning. Close match. Okay, so overall, nearly half of my strikes hit, less than half of my takedowns worked, and just under half of significant strikes. First round was pretty much half of my total strikes hit, and nearly half of were significant strikes. Okay, and I got half of my takedowns, and I had way more control. And we were seeing the stunts and wobbles, which you wouldn't think, because you're like, okay, I was losing there. I wasn't. I was the same, and I knew because I wasn't panicking. People panic because when people look at a match, they just see themselves getting hurt. They don't see the other person getting hurt. Whenever they panic, they just think, okay, I've just been hurt. They don't think, I hurt him as well. Maybe I don't need to panic. Maybe I don't need to go forward. A lot of people do that. Now look here, stunts and wobbles 2, 4. You still thought I was losing. You know, I thought there. If you looked at it, you think, okay, I was still losing. No, I wasn't losing. I was winning by a mile. in MMA terms, by a mile. My knockdowns go, but he had more. I had less. But look, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, still there. And then the knockdowns is what he was getting more. That's why it looked like I was losing a lot more, because there's more knockdowns. He was just getting stunned and wobbled. It looked like it was worse for me because they were knockdowns. But it might just depend the way you're standing, how you moved, what you're doing while you're doing it. You know, it's not always the bad thing. Total strikes not so good. Takedowns, control way more. Same again. Significant strikes, nearly half. You know. Yeah, just no panic, and that's what you gotta do. Okay, there's Yeah. Quickly do is we're going to get my phone, which is in my pocket. Should be stuck here for a second. It's so strange. Yeah, it's so strange that Ben Askren's actually quite good. Yeah. Okay, so so far you've seen these picks. It's like the two, what you would say is the worst in this, which isn't true. So we'll pick one of the best, and we'll pick the best boxer. Just to prove. Okay, I could really get copyright for this music. Oh, it lasted quite long, so it did. Yeah. I wonder how many 1v. Alright, we'll end the stream here. It's a long partner. Oh, 2 people are watching, which is one of them is me. So I wonder if it's still on the black screen. Hopefully not. It is. Sorry to disappoint. Just got the